Alright guys, and thanks to Terry on the Human for hosting MainManSWE. Everyone loves you, man, for hosting the best channel on Twitch, MainManSWE. Well, perhaps not, but thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. So, today I'm gonna do a breakdown of GIGAS, a character that's always been garbage. In Season 1, he was arguably the worst character. If you ever tried him, I don't know if you did, sir, watching this, he was the definition of shit. His frames were so weak. And no panic moves, no defense, huge hitbox. It was very hard playing GIGAS, but King J actually stuck with him when he wasn't tier whoring with Leo and Dragunov. Just kidding, King J. I love you, man. Oh my days. And clip that. I love King J, but I guess we all do. So, he has been changed quite a lot in Season 2, and I think King J said that he's worse, he's garbage, but just looking at the notes, okay, I don't know if King J said that, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but when I very briefly looked at the notes, I thought it looked like he'd been buffed, but we're gonna go through everything right now. But first, Mr. Martinio, thank you for subbing, thank you for supporting my stream, I really appreciate it, lad. Was that Scottish? I hope it was. Thanks so much, man. Very generous of you. So, I'm here with GIGAS patch notes, and during Rage 1+2, so that's his Rage art, it's got... We did the same for King. The window where it's active, it has been enlarged with 1 frame. And this could get some very awkward whips, so I guess that's gonna help with that. And then recovery decreased by 7 frames on this, the Walk of Gloriousness. So I guess he gets a bigger advantage? I don't know. Someone's gonna have to clarify that. But on this walk, he recovers faster. I don't know if that means that you get the options out faster. I'm sure it does. The 2 here, the 2 option that is unblockable, the damage has been changed from 40 to 45, so quite a significant buff here. His Rage drive, of course, is extremely unique. I kind of love it, it's one of my favorite Rage drives in the game, even though I don't play GIGAS. It's just so unique and awesome and so intimidating. He just, like a fucking tank, just strides on and the opponent's just stunned by GIGAS walking. And you have this mix-up with a mid and, of course, the classic trademark unblockable. So damage buff on that, and it's no longer reversible. So Dragunov, for example, can't do his parry, his counter, no punch parries are gonna work. That's a big buff. That's really cool, that's great for GIGAS. So already buff. And here we have a nerf. GIGAS, arguably the best 10 frame punish in the game, 1-2. He's got really long arms, so the range was always great on this, as you can see. I do a backdash, but it still hits. So enormous range on his jab there. And 31 damage, wall splat on a 10 frame punish. That's insanely good. It used to be -14, it's now -17. But this is not a huge nerf because you should only use this as punish. You know, you should use it when you guarantee, you know, you can confirm that, oh, this string or Kazuya did a down for 2, I can punish. So you never had this really blocked either way. So I don't see this as a big nerf. And on his jab, his two jab. Opponent closer on hit now. That's good. He can keep pressuring. So that's a buff. 2-1. Okay, his 2-1. The 2 used to be super sluggish, but it's now faster. It's gone from 23 frames to 18 frames startup. That's a big buff. Changed from -5 to -7 on block. So it's worse on block, and it's changed from +6 to +4 on hit. So it's worse on block, slightly worse, and it's slightly worse on hit. It is still +4 on hit, really good. So we nerf the frames a bit, but the trade-off is that it's much faster. I would say that's a buff. And then 2-1 into Goliath. Added crouch status. That's good, so he's gonna crush a bit. On his standing free, damage changed from 20 to 17. Opponent reaction on counter hit was changed. Am I doing the right move? So that didn't do that double over stun before. Lily's Madness, what's up? The Hun 666, what's up, bro? Rebellion, Steven, what's up, guys? Okay, so that's not a huge deal, I think. And on his standing 4, damage was changed from 23 to 20, so that's a nerf. Forward 2, opponent closer on hit and as well as counter hit. Well, that's a buff, making it easier to combo on a counter hit. And more pressure here on a regular hit here. And then forward to 1-1, which has always been quite an interesting string, I think. Damage changed from 24 to 25, so just a slight increase in damage. Input window changed from 24 to 30. Does that mean we can delay the last hit? A lot? Yep, we can delay it much more now. 6 more frames of leniency for delay. That's a big buff for Gigas. That's for sure a big buff. Forward 2, forward 1. Damage changed from 17 to 20. That's a very welcome buff because that's his go-to bound move. Go-to bound move does more damage now. Very good. Let's see, forward 2, forward 1. Crouch status on that Goliath transition as well. His forward 3, a lot seems to have happened to that. Changed from -13 to -7. Oh, that's a huge deal. It's safe now. Wow, changed from +5 to +9 on hit. This is +9! And it's safe. Active frames decreased by 1 frame. Wow, okay, so the range is terrible. Short... No, the range is not terrible. I got the most awkward whiff just now. But that's a big buff! Okay, so it's got pretty good range, forward 3. That's safe. Mid poke. It is a mid, right? Let's see. It's a mid. 17. Okay, oh, that's good. Oh, right, and he can transition to his Goliath pressure. Okay, okay, it's forward 3. That's a major buff. Only buff so far, I think. Forward 4 into Goliath recovers faster. Or decrease. So it recovers faster, I guess. Let's see, forward 1 +2. Damage buff from 15 to 20. Changed from -10 to -9. Oh, so it's safe now. So this is safe to attempt now. Huge damage. Oh, and it does wall splat. Oh, and that flips. Okay. So that's a huge buff. Forward 1 +2 being safe. And during Goliath, oh god. That's Goliath 1, right? Damage changed from 25 to 20. changed from +7 to -2 on block. Didn't that used to be high? Didn't that used to be high before? Or am I completely mistaken here? It was high, wasn't it? Okay, so the trade-off, it's mid now, and the trade-off is that the frames are slightly worse, but it's still safe. It's only -2 on block, so it's very neutral. An opponent further away on block, so it's got some form of pushback. Okay. So that's a mid launcher, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna test his new wall combo. Oh my god. Yeah, you can delay the last hit there for 15 damage, 60% wall hit. And Goliath 2 was changed as well. Damage changed from 28 to 40. No, I'm doing the wrong move here. Am I not? What the fuck? Isn't that Goliath 2? Can you guys help me? That's supposed to do... Oh no, it's this move. So, I'm retarded. So this is Goliath. Okay. So this move is now -2. Oh god. Oh, jeez. That's great. So this was nerfed. This was nerfed. Okay. And that one was buffed, but we know that. The unblockable was buffed. And does 55 when walking a distance. Okay. And that got a damage increase from 15 to 20. And his down forward 1 damage changed from 17 to 14, from -6 to -9 on block, changed from +7 to +4 on hit. Opponent closer on block, hitbox expanded. So it's got further range, but everything else about it was nerfed. But it's got fucking huge range, guys. I've heard a lot of GIGAS mains complain about this nerf, but the hitbox is huge. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know if I would call that a massive nerf. I mean, that's still a great move. Let's see, and then down forward 2. Damage from 14 to 15, opponent closer on block, opponent farther away on hit. Well, that's... yeah, you know, buff or nerf, I don't know. Down 3-1 is now a natural combo. That's awesome. That's great for GIGAS. Oh god, there's more. Oh my god, there's a lot more. Hitbox expanded on dick jab. That's great. Damage change on this from 18 to 15. Down 3-2 used to be one of the best fucking strings. So it does more damage from 17 to 20, changed from -10 to -12 on block. So he's finally gonna get punished for it. It's not safe anymore. Not that it was safe before, but you could only be dick jabbed. And a lot of people never dick jabbed because they didn't know you could dick jab. Opponent reaction on counter hit was changed. Oh. Okay, so it now knocks down. Oh my fucking god. Oh, okay, I thought that was gonna be guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know, what the fuck does Gigas do to hit someone grounded? Jesus. Okay, nah, I don't know if anything is guaranteed after that. But that's, I guess that's a nerf. Down 1+2 is his wall bounce, and it's a power crush wall bounce. That's very powerful. That's really good. Opponent closer on block, come down back 2, that's a nerf. Okay, this now knocks back far away. Okay, you can get a forward for 2. That's a buff. Crouch status on this stance, we already knew that. During golem setup. Okay, oh for fuck's sake. This is Goliath and this is golem stance. Yeah, I don't play Gigas, I'm sorry guys. Exactly, so here I can read that this move is indeed now a mid. It's been changed from +5 to -13 on block, so he's gonna get punished, of course. I don't know, is that a nerf? It used to be +5 on block, so you could pressure afterwards. Isn't the other option also mid? So now he has 2 mids. I don't get it. That's absolutely a nerf, I think. It was better to have a pressure high. I mean, +5, that's huge. This is now slightly worse on block. No, this one. It's still safe though, -8. During golem setup. Of a jump back, he recovers faster. Back 1, damage changed from 15 to 20. Damage buff, opponent reaction on mid-air hit and hit while down was changed. Is it gonna flip them? Okay, can you just stay on the ground, you think? Okay, it does flip them back. Well, that's absolutely a buff. Let's see. Back to forward. Recovery decreased by 9 frames. That's great. Up for 3. Up change from +3 to +6 on hit. That's great. That's a good counter hit launcher. So it's better now on normal hit, +6 instead of +3. Okay, this doesn't low crush as fast anymore. 442, let's see, active frames, so many changes to Gigas, but I guess he needed them. Active frames change increased by 1 frame, that's good. Change from -13 to -8, so it's perfectly safe now, wow. Less tracking, hitbox expanded. It used to have enormous range, so it has more range now. Wow. I mean, sure, less tracking, but that's a buff. It's safe and it's got better range. I thought forward forward 2 was already a really good move. So it's way better now. And then forward forward 3. Let's see, damage changed from 20 to 23. And it's now safe. From -10 to -9. Recovery decreased on hit by 1 frame. Opponent reaction changed on hit. And that's a buff. Seems to be good on hit as well. Oh, the second hit of forward 4-2 is no longer a high, it's a mid, and it's -13. That's a buff. I mean, finally this string is actually gonna be quite usable. It's still risky to go for, but -13 is nowhere near as bad as having a move that you can duck and while standing punish. So this is quite viable to go for if you're desperate and you want just high damage immediately. I mean, look at that damage. So that's absolutely a buff. Yeah, of course. Yeah, on normal hit, it's not guaranteed. You can block. Like so. But on counter hit, it's guaranteed. While running 2, opponent closer on block. That's a buff. While rising 3. Okay. Opponent closer on block. That's a nerf. Opponent closer on block. Oh, and while standing for 2 is that new move we saw in the Season 2 trailer. That is, from what I've heard, it's a 13 frame punish. So it should be able to punish Dragunov's down 2. And it can, as you can see, it says punish in the bottom right corner there. That's a big buff. That's a big buff. That's a good punish. And you know it's gonna floor break on Fallen Colony or whatever the fuck it's called. The floor break stage. So that's a buff. That's really nice. While crouching down for 2, his snake edge. Opponent reaction on counter hit was changed. Oh, is it gonna give a full combo? So I don't know how you're supposed to bound after that. Oh, okay. That's a big buff. I mean, that was all you got previously. That's a big buff. I really like this arm sweep. During sidestep 2, change to homing attack. Oh, but this is homing now. Okay, so that's it for Gigas changes, and he absolutely has been buffed. I don't understand the people who say he's not buffed. I mean, his frames are much better now. He feels much more viable. I don't like the fact that he lost the frame advantage on this move, but they changed it to a mid. I don't really know why. But he's absolutely been buffed, and a lot of people are asking themselves, when you have characters like Hwoarang and Steve, or Steve for example, who's always been really good, why was he buffed a lot, and a character who's shit like Gigas only got like minor buffs, it feels like, in comparison? And I've always felt that it's because he's kind of straightforward and easy to use, you know, down 2, easy mode, 15 frame, down back 2, low execution, chunky, low, you know, like Brian's low soccer kick that actually requires a quarter circle back. He's very straightforward and quite easy to play, even though his frames are shit. So I've always felt like they don't want to make him too good because he's quite simplistic. But the problem here is, of course, that in the same universe you have Jack, who is also very simplistic, but has amazing frames. So you're always like, I don't really know what we're thinking at Bandai Namco, but he has obviously been buffed, even though he got a couple of nerfs as well. But seeing 1-2 becoming -17 on block, that's why is that ever an issue? That should never be blocked either way. But they did. This is not plus on block anymore, and that hurts him a little bit, but the trade-off is that the unblockable is much more powerful. And yeah, what they did to Golem stance 1, removing the frame advantage, that hurts him a bit. And of course, down 3-2 not being -10 anymore, being -12, hurts him, absolutely, I think. But overall, absolutely, GIGAS has been buffed, and that's good for the free people, the free of you who still play GIGAS.